All right, guys. Well, thank you for joining us. This is eComBlab, and today we're going to be talking about e-commerce photography with Michael Atman, CEO of Iconosys, who is going to be telling us about Shutterstream and other software options that he has for photographers to make their product photography go much more efficiently, go much quicker, and so I'm just going to let him tell us about how that works and how it'll make, e-commerce much easier when it comes to taking photos for eBay and Amazon and other websites.
Thank you for the introduction, Melissa. So my name, again, is Michael Atman. I am the founder of a company called Iconosys. We are still kind of in startup mode. We've been around for about almost 2 years now, in development for much longer than that with our photography software application. And essentially what we set out to do was, I guess backtracking, we recognized a big hole in the market as far as in efficient ways for people to create high quality product images for e-commerce. The typical e-commerce business has to shoot a lot of product photography, high volume. We understand that this process is very fragmented. You capture images to SD card upload to your computer. Then you're going to Photoshop or any other third-party application for your image editing, image processing. And being a team of developers, we thought we could really merge that whole process into a single standalone application. So over about a year or so, we developed an application called Shutterstream, product photography software, that is really designed to streamline product photography workflows while making it easy and efficient for users to create high-quality product images in just seconds. We've kind of married the whole process and the fact that you can actually capture your product images through the software. So you'll connect a compatible camera, USB to your computer, and now you're taking pictures using mouse clicks. In addition, as you capture images, are instantly uploaded to your computer, and we've built in batch image processing, batch image editing tools that, for instance, will automatically stream out pull out the backgrounds of product images to make them pure white. So essentially, in a nutshell, I guess a very short way to put that is make it fast, efficient, easy to create, again, professional grade images regardless of experience.
That's awesome. My biggest thing is shadows in the background and bad lighting, and this software has things to help fix that.
That's correct. Yeah. So as far as shadows and lighting, those are important variables in photography. We certainly help you guys with that stuff. A very powerful feature of the software is a real-time preview, for the fact that you can go ahead and you can hit live view on your camera, and you're going to see that actually on your monitor screen in real time before you've even captured an image. So you can start changing your your shutter speed, aperture, moving around your lights, and seeing that in a very large real-time preview on your monitor screen, essentially seeing what you're going to get before you capture it.
So you can edit in that preview, or do you go back to an original and edit?
Yeah, so after you capture, so your first step is seeing the real-time preview of what your camera sees, and then once you're ready to capture the image, you simply pre-crop around your subject. That is, define the area around the subject that you wish to shoot, and then you hit snap. And when you capture the image, it's uploaded into the application, and then we've got the image editing tools, which can be done to a single image or batch set of images.
That's awesome. And I'm sure that the editing tool is much superior to the basic ones that we're using online, like eBay's editor, and I think Amazon does have an editor.
I don't think Amazon does. I could be mistaken. But no, that's a very good question. Yeah, so we've built in, I guess, probably the most powerful feature inside of our software is a new feature that we released about 2 months ago. It's automated background removal. That's awesome. Essentially what we can do is using image recognition and basically computer vision is understand where a product is versus where the background is and automatically extract the backgrounds from product images, again, in a batch process through one click.
I love that.
If we have any new sellers, you might want to say why it's so important to have those backgrounds so plain.
Absolutely. So I think there's a couple things, and I was thinking about this because I thought this might be addressed during our call today as why are white backgrounds so important? I guess first and foremost, if you look at Amazon, it's an absolute requirement. There's no way of getting around it. If you try to upload some product images with anything that's absolutely not pure white background, they're going to flag and pull them off for you. So you can't sell on Amazon without pure white backgrounds. on eBay, Etsy, the other marketplaces, even their own e-commerce websites, I think, first of all, it comes down to, it looks very professional. Mm-hmm. You have consistency. So if I go and look at maybe it's, your top 15 products that you sell, and everything has a consistent background, it looks very professional, which is going to lead to a very strong level of trust. Exactly. So, and I think that only helps with increased conversion rates. If I see something shot against, the carpet here in my office versus, on a white background professional, I would go, all right, I will give this seller a lot more trust because I know they're not doing this business out of their home, even though they might be, but they put up a much stronger front online to make themselves look as professional. I think it shows a little bit of pride on the seller's part too. Hey, I'm not just going to go throw up a sheet over a box and snap off some pictures. I'm going to have a nice clean background. I'm going to have the right software so my buyer can look at my image and say, hey, I can really tell what I'm buying here and want to buy it. That's why I want to upgrade my pictures. My pictures are horrible. I take them with.
They're pretty bad. I love you, Roger. You're awesome, but your photos are atrocious. I look at them and I'm like, I suffer.
They are. They're bad. Some of them are good. I got a little kit that you put it inside with the lights around it. But
so
I need
that's
the software. I need the equipment. So.
You do need the equipment. Speaking of equipment, Michael, what type of equipment should a seller have to get the maximum use out of the software and get the best photos that they can?
No, very good question. So you can really shoot in any lighting environment. One thing that kind of people commonly get mistaken is you can go and just shoot in any lighting environment and get the best quality image ever. Lighting is the most important part of photography. And the good thing about that is we're experts over here in lighting at Iconosys, so we can always help people out if they come back and say, Mike, this isn't working. What am I doing wrong? We'll say, send us a picture of your lighting setup. We'll help you set it up correctly. So typically some sort of lighting, these lighting kits start at about $99. Actually, probably even less, probably about $69. And it's typically something that starts with, on the low end, it's a light tent with a few fluorescent soft boxes. And we can always provide these links as to where to get these. They come in all different sizes. If you're getting up to stuff the size of, apparel, we can always help you guys source that too. We've got some pretty good contacts in the industry with some very competitive pricing on that. And we also have some of our own lighting studios too that still do quite a good job as well. Yeah, apparel is a really major deal on eBay. Yeah. And so I think, it's a great thing that you mentioned that you need a different setup for different kinds of products. See, I thought I could I'll just buy this little tent and it'll work great. Yeah. But it's good that you mentioned that. Yeah.
Yeah, light boxes are good for little things, but not apparel.
And that's we've got the lighting diagrams and stuff that we always provide to our customers. Or if someone even just writes in and say, Mike, I need to shoot apparel, we'll show you how to do it. It's we're here to spread the love and share the knowledge of photography. It's we understand that it's important and it goes a long way to help people out because obviously word of mouth and stuff goes a long way too. And maybe just one day, maybe our ShutterStream software doesn't make sense for them right now, but maybe it's 2 years down the road, they've grown their business substantially and they say, oh, now I really need that software. So we're always here for people.
But you're mentioning another thing that I was going to ask you about too. I have a high volume of products that I sell, and my profit margin is not very high on a majority of them. Some of them I make a whole bunch, but most of them it's very small. One thing that I have found in my business is if I would have had planned ahead and bought the right equipment to take these images to begin with, instead of buying 4 or 5 of these little cheap cameras that break after a while, using bad software that takes an enormous amount of time, the overall savings buying the right equipment right at the start and doing the job right is enormous. I did the math. If I had bought a good camera and the good software and not have to go back and spend hundreds of hours deleting horrible images, which I have lots of, think how much money I would save in time and how much more productive I would have been.
Of course.
With your product, you're talking about you need a background. So there's a price for the lighting background. And then you need, of course, something to capture and then the software. So why don't you kind of lay out a good way for someone that wants to do it right from the start to start off with a basic package that they could grow on? Because that's what I always look at. I look at the bottom dollar and how I can get more sales.
Wonderful. No, very good question again. And that's one thing so first and foremost, we understand, just going back to your original point of how much time and effort have I spent. It's low margin that I'm shooting, or that I'm selling. So it's first and foremost, we said it's very inefficient. As you mentioned, it's a very fragmented process, shooting your images, sorting your images, discarding the bad, keeping the good, Photoshop, so we said our primary goal was to save people time and effort. And then the other benefit that came along when we started working with camera manufacturers to integrate our software with their cameras were the ability to make it easier on users to create high quality results. So as far as, basic kind of getting started with a solution from Iconosys, the software, it's a one-time purchase, $399. You purchase it once, you shoot infinite product shots for the lifetime of your business. We do provide free support with all our software. So if you have any questions, we're always here for you. No
additional charge for support?
There's no additional charge for support. We do try to draw a line. We do try to draw a line between support and training. Right. We don't have the resources, nor is it going to make financial sense for us to sit there and train every customer for an hour at the price point we're selling the software at. So, but we do provide very thorough user guide, video tutorials, all the documentation that you'd ever need. So, but it's support, or if it's, if it is technical questions or even training questions, give us a call. We're certainly here for you. Awesome.
And there's a phone number too.
And there's a phone number too. That's so cool. Yeah, you'll get us on the phone if you need to. We've also got online support. So that's an option as well if it's after hours and stuff too.
Okay. So basically, just to, go back, we would, if somebody is brand new, they would want to have some kind of lighting studio set up, some kind of,
Correct.
Whether it's a tent or if it's a larger setup, depending on your products.
Yeah, depending on the products and primarily the size, and we can help guide people in that direction. Again,
which is great.
Like consultants, imaging consultants, essentially. And if they say we don't have anything or we need a new fresh start with our imaging, get us started, Mike. We can help provide you, whether it's a solution from us or a solution from a third party. We're here to help.
Which is really nice. And then, of course, you want to have a good computer and you want to have the software, obviously. And then you would want to have a good camera. So what cameras are compatible with your phone?
Exactly. I'm happy you brought that up as well. So you're going to need a compatible camera. So right now, up to this point, we've worked with Canon. We've worked with Nikon. We're in talks with Sony right now. It could be a little while because they have to go through about 1,000 layers to get approval. So we're still working on Sony, but Canon, Nikon, and it is DSLR cameras from Canon and Nikon.
Those are good cameras.
They're good cameras, and a lot of people get scared. They say, are those professional grade cameras? How much is that going to set me back? They start on Canon's website right now. They're selling a Canon Rebel T5 camera with an 18 to 55 millimeter lens for $279.
Oh, wow. They've gone down.
They have.
They've gone down.
Oh my gosh. I paid $500 for my T3, I think. T3i. I mean, it did have like a bunch of bundled things with it, but still.
No, the price has gone. We can thank Sony for that. Sony comes in, they've got a lot more money than Canon and Nikon combined. So they say, let's just beat these guys on price, and they just drive the price down, and Canon and Nikon are having to compete with them and introduce their lower, their lower end DSLRs at very affordable prices. So, and that's great that's a sale they're having right now.
With your software, do you have specific models that are actually designed for the cameras that people would buy? I mean, like, was it designed for a Canon system, or was it designed using a recommended system as well?
Yeah. So we would suggest Canon. Granted, if someone's already invested in Nikon, they can certainly go with Nikon. There is two drawbacks to Nikon, and they're not major. One is it's a smaller, as I'd mentioned at the start of our call, there's a live view in our software that you can see on your screen before you've captured an image. So with Nikon, you have a smaller live view, so it won't show as large on your monitor screen. The other thing is it doesn't support exposure simulation with Nikon. And what that is, so with Canon cameras, you can make changes to your camera settings to optimize your exposure for your lighting. So you can change, and I know this might sound scary to some people who aren't familiar with photography, but you can change your shutter speed, your white balance, sensitization. We explain all that stuff to you, so don't let that deter you.
I I think that's amazing.
As you make changes to the camera settings with a Canon camera, it shows you the exposure in real time on your monitor screen. So exactly, if you don't know anything about photography, you can see on your monitor screen that it is color accurate before you capture.
Your numbers, make sure they're in the range, and you're good to go then.
That's exactly. With Nikon, you can't see that. You're not able to see that that real-time preview. Or sorry, that exposure simulation.
I'll go with Canon anyway. It's better.
Yeah, I have a Canon, so I like my camera.
I'm sure there's a lot of people in here going Nikon, which is
Nikon
versus
Canon. Whatever. But I gotta say that just that fact that you can see in real time what the photo is going to look like is amazing, because you're fiddling with the camera. Like I have my Canon, and yeah, but you can see it, but it's a tiny little screen. The preview screen,
1 inch by 1 inch LED.
It's typically not really exactly. You can't really see properly, and you got to be fiddling around, and you got to be changing, and then taking another photo. It doesn't really show you live what it's going to look like before you take the photo. You have to take the photo, compare it, go back, change the settings. It takes a really long time, because
and then probably half the time when you go and upload to your computer, go, oh shoot, it looked a lot better on my little LCD screen. I've got to go and reshoot this. So
all the time.
Obviously, when you capture in our application, you get instant feedback, very large resolution image on your monitor screen there. So
exactly, and that's
being able to see it big is a big deal too.
Yes, it's a huge time saver, just because, you know. And I've had the situation where the settings that I'm using for one product are great, but then I go on to the next product and the settings don't work.
Absolutely.
Because not only dark, too light, too whatever, and then you got to go again and do the testing again and over. And if you've got, like, you know, Roger, he's doing volume, so he wants to be able to take these photos, snap. You don't want to be spending 20 minutes on each item.
Of course, it's by all means, in e-commerce, it's typically a lean operation, and you go, how much time can I honestly dedicate to product photography before making something that, you know, maybe I'll only make $20 when I sell it online, and if it's a one-off product, it doesn't make sense to even sell it, because photography might take you 30 minutes for that product.
Exactly. See, I have to gauge how long I have for writing a listing, how long I have to photograph it, how long I have to market it after, because I have a selling group. After I do my normal stuff, I have a whole nother listing series I do. So it's like almost 2 stores all at once. So if it takes me 30 minutes to take a picture, put it in my software, mess with it, upload it, see it's terrible, delete it, and do it again.
Yeah,
it's not.
And I do that all the time.
By all means, and probably a lot of the time too is you're maybe saying, I'm only going to shoot 1 product image of this, even though I'd love to show 3 or 4, but it's not worth it for the time. Again, with our application, you're doing this instantly. They're on your computer. You batch edit, you batch resize, you batch output, you batch rename, and you're done. So I'd say if it's 4 product angles, maybe of a shoe, you can get all that done from the time you have the product in your hand till the time that you have your web-ready images in a minute.
That brings up a question about storage to me. In your software, is all these things backed up? All your images, is it in its own thing, or does it work off a cloud, or how does that work?
So it's a completely desktop application. We looked at cloud, and it just didn't make sense, because there's a lot of data transfer, and if you had to go and send all your images up to the cloud, you essentially want them on your computer anyways, because you want, obviously, a local backup. So as you capture, they're instantly uploaded to your computer. And we're storing them in the program files area in the back end, and they'll stay in the software until you delete them physically.
Oh, so you delete them, back it up on a data disk or whatever, or on your hard drive, and you're good to
That's
go.
Correct. Yeah. So you capture them. We have a kind of a temporary save file inside of the application, and you'll go and work off your master images. You'll save them out to a local folder or network folder or wherever it might be, and then you can remove them from our application after the fact.
Okay. I just was wondering about that.
Yeah, no, that's a good question.
It is. We actually, that's good to know, though, that it just does automatically. So I don't have to be going in and pulling them from a folder later to bring into the software, which just adds another step to the process.
Yeah.
So I did want to mention we've had a few people asking us about video. Does Iconosys have anything for product videos?
Yes, we do. And it's very basic. Let me can I just pull up a video and just put it in the chat? And it's very basic video functionality. Well, you know what? I'll send this. I don't think I can find it right now. I can send
the link,
it to,
and we can put it.
Yeah,
in the
you can put the link in the chat
when we post it as well.
Is it on the Shutter stream? Is it on Iconisys website?
It was on our YouTube page. You know what? Can I put it in this chat?
Yeah, you can. You can put it on the chat.
Put your YouTube links and stuff.
Okay, wonderful.
All the links you want over there.
So there it is, and it's very basic. All it is right now is video capture. So you can hit start record, stop record, and then immediately after you hit stop record, it's going to upload to the computer. This video capture in the video, it's for 360, but you could still work with it. For instance, if you wanted to sit there and talk about, a blue microphone and do a product demonstration in front of it, you could still control the start and stop and instantly upload that to the computer. We know that video is going to be a very natural progression for us as an imaging company. So we would like to start working on, and we will start working next year on some more video applications, because obviously video is it's very complementary to product images. And it's
so obviously
so fast.
If someone were to buy the software now with the system, with the basic video, as you upgrades, would those upgrades just come, or would they have to buy new software, you think?
Yeah, so you get 1 year free software upgrades from the date that you purchased.
Okay.
So if it's, you purchase today and it's 1 year from today, and you say, Mike, give me the latest upgrade, we'll give that to you. Outside of that first year, it's optional. It's $129 for an additional year. The software is still going to work fully functional, but we're not going to charge you for a whole new application.
Okay, I see. So as long as you don't have like a major update, your basic software after the year, you just keep running it, and then when the major video upgrade comes out, you just pay for that year, and you're good to go. That's
correct. Absolutely.
That's great.
Yeah,
that's great.
And saying that, we are a team of developers over here, and we're working on some pretty cool stuff. We're very excited about what we can do. That's fortunately, I've surrounded myself with a very good team of computer science doctors who are brilliant. So we hope to impress you guys continually.
When you've got the right people working on the right equipment,
Yeah, they're very impressive. That's one of my favorite things to fall back on when in discussions is just our team, and we will continue to innovate and continue to come up with very cool stuff. We're certainly not a fly by night company. Its business has gone well, and we'll be around for a long, long time.
Awesome.
All right, we have time for one last question, because I know Michael does have to go. People were asking if there is a free trial or if there is anything along those lines.
Don't offer a free trial. I know people are going to get upset with that and say, why? What we do offer is a satisfaction guarantee with every single purchase. If you purchase and decide it's not a good fit, you let us know within 7 days of installing the software. We'll give you all your money back. You're not in the hook for covering shipping costs. The software is delivered in form of digital download. So it really is a risk-free trial, hassle-free return policy if it's not a good fit.
That sounds good.
So it's essentially a free trial. You just got
you got 7 days. If you don't like it, you get your money back.
Put down your credit card first. But
right.
Again, we can.
But you'd be amazed how many photos you could take in 1 week. So
no, absolutely.
You
probably buy it once and return it. And
exactly. Yeah.
Once they get it, they would never return it because it'd be spoiled. See.
Well, that's the way that we look at it too. After the 7 days, they go. Their next shipment of product comes in. 6 months later, and they go, all right, well, let's go and buy the software outright this time.
Exactly.
We have to go back to our old painful process. So
that's called ranting. Yeah. Sorry, reading the comment.
No, I didn't.
Okay, I'm sorry. One last question, Michael. One last question, then we'll let you go. No, Mary does have a question about background, because most things work best on a white background, but a few things do work better on black or dark blue. Does your software have flexibility for that, or what can you tell us about that?
Yes and no. It's a straightforward question. It's a little bit loaded just with the way that we do our algorithms. So right now what we have is you can essentially choose a color as to what color you want to put for the background. So if it's not pure white, you can do black or gray or any color. But the way that it is right now, it's a little bit more difficult because we need to go to transparent first. So we need to go and take that background out, make it transparent, then go to a color. Right now, we're skipping that step and we're just going to white. So the way that it stands right now, you might see a little kind of outline of kind of a white, 1 pixel outline of the product, or a very faint line around the outside. So it wouldn't look as good the way our algorithms are right now, but we're in process of changing that. That will go to a transparent background first.
Okay, so you pull it, you make it transparent, and then you put it on the new background.
That's correct. Then you can go and say, or else you can even output a transparent background when we get to that step too.
Oh, okay. That means it would be able to be edited easy, right? If it's
by all means. So you could go and, have, maybe you've shot 5 transparent objects and you want to put them all on the same canvas. So you could do stuff like that. And so you'll be able to do a bit more with the transparency, and that's kind of cool. It's probably not absolutely required, but it's a nice to have, I guess.
Yeah.
And you can get more creative with that stuff.
Okay. All right. We will let you go, Michael, because I know you have other things scheduled right now. But I did want to say thank you so much for coming on. I know this is a completely new format for you.
Brand new for me. It was wonderful. I can't thank you guys enough.
And give maybe do a show about teaching how to take better pictures, maybe not from a tech side, but just from a practical side one time. I think that would be an absolutely wonderful, and I would love to sit down on that stuff. By all means, we've got a lot of good tips and tricks. So you guys let me know, and we hope to do some imaging studies too, based on the effects of powerful images in online selling. So we'll be sharing that stuff with obviously with you guys before we do any releasing stuff, and would love to discuss that further.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That'd be cool. That'd be very cool.
Totally love to discuss that, and maybe for a future show. I know I wasn't able to discuss it with you earlier, but maybe we could discuss like a little sale or a little discount for our Blab viewers.
Like a calling code.
I can offer that right now. If you guys want to wait, if it was something everyone was interested in, I can offer $50 off the software. I will create a coupon code. And you guys don't try it right now because you'll have to give us about 15 minutes to update our website. But use coupon code. Let's just do Blab.
There you go. Cool. That makes it easier to keep track. All right. So there you guys have it. Use coupon code BLAB and you'll get $50 off the Iconassist software.
Yeah.
So which is great.
That's going to last for, I probably got to put a cap on that if this is being recorded and shared.
It is recorded and it will be shared. So let's just, whatever time frame you want to give, Michael, and then I'll
let's do till end of day next Friday. So you get a week.
So
I'll run an ad for you for this show.
There you go. Roger can do a really good.
That's perfect. Yeah, no, that's wonderful.
Stephanie's happy.
Hey, save $50, watch our show, right?
There you go. Well, thank you so much, Michael. We'll definitely, keep in touch. And we'll have you onto the show later on because this is great.
No, wonderful. I would love to share more information on photography and imaging and
yeah.
So
and then, of course, if you ever come to Orlando, we'll do a live meetup so you can do something like that too.
I need to get out to Florida. Maybe we'll wait for winter when it cools down a bit here in Texas.
Hey, that's a good idea. I'm up here in Missouri where it's cold.
Yeah,
I would love to have a business write-off expense to go to Florida.
If you want to do a presentation, Roger, there you go.
Hey,
How about the cruise, Stephanie is saying?
Oh, well, I'll talk to Michael with more time later because I don't want to keep him. I don't want to make him late. But we'll talk about that as well.
Cool.
All right. Bye, Steph. All right. Bye, Michael. Thank you so much again.
Absolute pleasure.
Nice having you.
Doing this again, guys. And I'll put that coupon code. I'll make that live in 5 minutes. And if you have any questions, it's you can email michael@iconassist.com or else through our website contact form.
Awesome.
All
right. Talk to you soon.
Thank you, guys. Very much appreciate it.
So that was cool, right?
Yeah, awesome show.
Yeah,
I put my final awesome show. I do that. I don't pull my ear. I put awesome show at the end of every show now.
All right. Well, it's up to you guys. We can either end it here or we can continue talking about photography for e-commerce in general. So it's just really how you guys feel. I'm still good for a little while longer. So it's up to you guys, whatever you want to do.
If anyone wants to come on, we'll stay on for a bit. And if not, I guess
if we have anybody,
I'll get to listing and back out to do installation of insulation.
Yeah. So let's see if anybody wants to come up. If not, then we will go ahead and end it. Because I think that was really good.
I enjoyed that show, and I'm probably going to order that.
Roger, I seriously think you should.
Oh, I have to. My image is
really oh my God, Roger, seriously.
And now look how much I do with the basic images taken on my phone
amazed.
Now.
Can
you imagine?
Oh my gosh, I'm amazed at how much you sell with those photos. I really am. I'm like, I bust my ass taking really good photos, and Roger's here selling everything, but of course you have there's smaller prices on your items.
Yeah, I keep it all about volume, streamline, be the most attractive, not the cheapest. I'm not always the cheapest, but be the most attractive for the shipping speed because I do everything free. You know, it's about making it really rich for that buyer.
Mary's like that. She's tried, but it's just something.
Oh, she has begged me, please edit before you upload, please. She will even send me images that she's pulled off
that she's edited
because
for
they're
you.
so awful. She doesn't want to look at them.
That's a good trend.
You know, I have, like I said, it's a time frame. If I have the right equipment and the lighting is my big thing.
It is.
If I can crank these images out in good quality, it makes all the difference.
The lamps. These things. Well, I really but I have. Here's what I did. I bought a whole lighting set with a backdrop, and instead of fabric, what I'm using is actually paper. So it's a big roll of photography paper.
Oh yeah, the one you put on the little curtain.
You hang it from these black rods that I have. So it all came together. It came with 3 umbrella lamps, and it came with the stand. And then I bought the paper separately. It was really cheap. And with the paper, the advantage to it is that there's no wrinkles. So you don't have to worry about
Fabric's
the wrinkles.
A pain.
Fabric is the worst. Also,
the only way is canvas with a stretcher weight at the bottom.
Yeah,
that's
and it's just not. It doesn't work. It's difficult to get it to really be nice and stretch. So the paper works great. It doesn't wrinkle, because it's really thick. It's it's awesome. And then it's really easy because if it gets dirty, here's the thing too, because if you're dealing with fabric and you happen to put an item on the fabric and it gets dirty, then you got to be cleaning that and washing that. But with the paper, it's like it got dirty. I just cut it off, bring off another piece.
You know any artists?
No, not really, but I could.
With paper, you could definitely, like you were talking about the little logo on there.
Yeah.
You could have an artist like kind of randomly put logos.
True, and design something.
Yeah, that might be cheap and easy. But you know what's cheap and easy? Just print it off the computer. And
that's also what I thought of doing, is just to print off from the computer and put it. And I told my husband, and he's like, "That's so ghetto. Don't do that."
If you can see the border around it, don't do it.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like it would be pretty obvious, I think. No, really what I should do is to learn how to use Cam Twist so that I can have it digitally just there. And that way it'll look it.
Or Santa Claus go across.
There's all kinds of crazy stuff. I've seen all kinds of things. I've seen ones that are like rotating. And I kind of thought that was cute. There's one of my friends here on Blab. He has it, and it's rotating, and it's got his face on one side and the Blab owl on the other. And so it just kind of goes around like that. I'm like, oh, that's cool.
It sounds like more work for Melissa.
More work.
To learn that.
because I don't have anything to do.
Oh yeah, nothing at all. Just every single time you chat with me, you have 3 or 4 more things to do.
Exactly.
That day.
Every time I talk to Roger, thanks, Roger. He keeps me busy. Oh, you should do this, or you could do that, and oh my god.
Right. Or how about adding this? Or how about let's re-edit those images?
And let's re-edit those images 15 million times, and I'm over here like. Nobody cares. No.
Okay. No, well, no one's really coming on, and we had a really good show. They got the information they needed, and I really do hope he comes back. He was.
Oh, I'll make sure. I've got his cell phone number, so we text and stuff. Now we became friends during the eBay event, so
yeah.
That was awesome. That was
Sandy, I think, might be going to eCom.
I think I saw that.
I'm real happy about that.
Yeah. I really wish, but I was talking to my husband and I was like, well, you know what? I don't know if I can make it to eBay Radio because it's in June, and I promised my sister I would visit her in June in Connecticut. But I will try and make it to eCom Chicago. That's in October. I have the cruise in February. From February, then October, the next trip is a reasonable, if I'm going February to the cruise, June to visit my sister, and then October to eCom Chicago. It's going to be a pretty busy year, but I kind of like it that way.
And who knows what's going to happen between now and then? We may have a show we have to go on location or something.
Can you imagine? I'd love to do that.
I don't think that might not happen. I think that will happen, actually.
You think it will happen? You think we'll get
Well, I know I'm going to Vegas. So you
Well,
know
that's
I'm going
good
to be
though.
doing a show there.
But even if I'm not going to be there, then you'll be there, and you'll be our representative over there. And you
By then I'll learn how to do one on my own.
I really have to set you up so that you could do that. It's so easy.
I was looking at it. I just have to do it.
Yeah, you just got to do it. It's super easy. You just click on Start New Blab, and you just fill out the thing.
It's better than Hangout. I tried to set
so
one
much
of those
easier.
Oh,
So much easier than Hangout. Oh my God. Hangout
I just want to be able to
difficult.
push a button and start yakking. Yeah.
This exactly. And I love that it's really, you hit start a new blab, you type in the title, you choose 3 tags for what it is, and then you choose when you want to start it. That's it. Whether you want to start it now or you want to start it in the future, and you put in when you want to start. If it's in the future, you just put in the hour and the day. Super easy. So, all right. So we will end the show here, and this will definitely be put up on YouTube. It'll be put up on my blog. It'll be put up on Facebook. So if anybody wants to watch the replay, it'll of course be available here on Blab within a few minutes. So if anybody wants to watch that, we make it easy for you to find anywhere that you are on. All right. And thank you so much, Roger, for coming on today. This was a really good show. And I'm happy that it all worked out and we didn't have any technical issues.
It took you a little while to get that worked out before.
Yeah, it was about 20 minutes before time to get it set up.
Oh, that was close.
Yeah, we were cutting it close. It was like 5 minutes before the show, and we're like, "Oh, okay, everything's working. Let's go."
No more jiggly numbers on the screen, right? Exactly. Okay, well, I guess we better say goodbye to everybody.
All right, you guys, have a great night. Have a good evening, and thank you for watching eComBlab.
Bye bye.